Well, I can give an update on RWBY. I went to my local anime convention today. It's Saturday. And I was able to meet the lead animator for RWBY and had her sign it and had her sign my RWBY. And of course, she was very impressed because I built a life-size papercraft RWBY Rose. Good grief, I almost said my ex-girlfriend's last name. Ugh. Like I said, I didn't watch this show due to it having the same name of my ex. You know you had a bad ex when you won't watch a show that's named RWBY. I'm not going to get into reasons why, but she was not a good girlfriend. Yeah, that relationship was bad. It was bad enough to keep me away from this show for a long time. I kind of regret not watching it when it first came out, but the stigmatism of my ex was still with me at the time. But I still got to add the little thing to the feet, and I still got to build off the cape. The next thing I really want to do is figure out some way to build a scythe for her that's still life size and accurate to her and the real thing, but make it to where it's light enough to where I can actually have it being balanced between her arms like it's supposed to be. Because, like I said, if I was going to use the scythe that I currently made for her, her arms will literally get ripped off. Of course, I could have gone through and actually reinforced both the arms tremendously through the building process, but I really couldn't figure out a proper way to help distribute the load, because there's not really much of a good area right here to really help with reinforcements. Because I gotta find a way to where the arms can distribute the load into the main body structure without warping and whatnot. So I really couldn't find a more proper way to figure out how to distribute the load and whatnot. Because that's one of the things when I build these things is I have to figure out how do I build a frame that can distribute the load of everything properly so it doesn't collapse. Luckily, I've been able to get by with all the builds I've done so far. I've actually had one problem with load distribution on one model, but it was easily remedied. But with something like this, I wasn't going to take a risk with the scythe being as heavy as it was, and I was just going to build the arms as is. But yeah, I had a fun day at my convention and whatnot. That's pretty much it of this video. I mean, not really much there. I didn't take any videos. I only took like 1 or 2 pictures. I kind of stayed towards the back of everything, just there in the crowd, but not much of an out. But don't make much of a whatever you call it. I'm more the timid type of person, so yeah. But hey, like I said, I still have fun at my conventions.